Hi, we're the Busy Bakers, and just me and Sam today, and we're going to be doing fried eggs. So, as you can see here, we have the stovetop beginning to cook at medium heat. And after we test, here's a tip. You want a tip? Okay, a tip is if you can tell the heat if you take a little bit of water, just like a drop, on your finger, and you throw it on that. And if it goes tss, then you know it's hot enough. But as you can tell, nothing happened when I put that drop of water on it. So we just will wait, and we'll see you back when it's heated up. Okay, so we're back. Our pan, let's check our pan. We get some more water, and this time it's sizzled. So that means we're ready. So what we do is we cut off a little bit of butter. It can be cold butter or warm butter, doesn't matter. Take it.
That's a lot of butter.
Well,
You usually want to use not quite this much butter, but
we're gonna have buttery eggs.
yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of butter.
Yeah, that's too much butter. You want maybe a third of that much?
But we're gonna have buttery eggs.
Yeah.
It's fine. If I can get this butter off. Okay.
Here, if you wipe it across the edge of the pan.
Okay, so got our butter, and so you crack your eggs. You can either crack them on the counter like that. Make sure that they have a crack in them, and then you can crack them like that.
Explain the process of cracking the eggs,
So,
because not many people know
You hold
how.
the egg, and you hold it like this, so you have a good grip, so you don't slip. And then you just tap it. If it has a bunch of cracks, then you stick your finger in. It will collapse, and then you pull it apart. It's okay if you get eggshell in. You'll just have a little bit of eggshelly eggs.
No, if you actually get eggshell in the pan, you want to take part of your eggshell.
And eggshell, it sticks to eggshell.
So you want to stick the eggshell in and try to sort of scoop it out, because they'll be attracted and you can just pull it out. And if it doesn't look like the egg cracked very much, don't crack it again, because that will mean it's probably gonna spill everywhere.
Okay,
And,
so make sure after you crack eggs, you wash your hands, because you can get salmonella if you don't. I just used the soap or whatever. If you don't wash your hands, and you can get very sick. So make sure that every time you use or crack eggs, because you're always bound to get some, make sure to do that. As you can see, our eggs are starting to cook very well. They're almost ready to be flipped. Are we gonna have them? You can either have them. We'll do two. We're gonna have one. It's going to be a hard middle, and one's going to be a soft middle, just so you can see the two different ways to do it. Because some people like it hard, and some people like it soft. I like it soft, personally.
should we get another pan out for one that's gonna cool first?
No, we just can put it on a plate.
Oh, okay.
And we'll cool fine. So our egg is almost ready to be flipped.
First you want to separate them.
Yeah, so you use your spatula as kind of a knife, and you cut them down the middle. As you can see, we used too much butter. So, and then you get your thing ready, and you put it on. That's a soft egg. For the hard egg, you want to flip it over, just like that. And now you let it cook longer, and the yolk will begin to harden. So each
You want to let it cook for a little bit longer, maybe 10 or 20 seconds, and then
remove it from the heat, and it will continue to cook.
yeah, you want to put it here, and as it cools down,
It will continue to cook.
And make sure that you turn your stove top off, as Brent just did, because it's really hot. And don't touch it until you're
No,
done.
just don't touch it at all until like later, like an hour later. And if your eggs are done, like ours, you should put them in the trash.
And a good way to eat these is to put them on toast. So
We will begin making our toast while that egg is cooking and the other one is cooling. So we're just gonna take two pieces because each of us is gonna have one. Put it in the toaster. We're using whole wheat bread, but you can use any. Doesn't really matter.
yeah, it's bread.
So choose your setting. We like ours halfway between 4 and 5, so it's nice and crispy. And then you put it down. Quite simple. And now you just leave it in there. When it pops up, you can check it. If it's crispy enough for you, then take it out. But if it's not, then you can send it down again. But if you send it down again, beware. You'll have to check it more often. So as you can see, our egg is about done. So when we test it, each of us is going to have a half. So Sam's going to have a half a hard egg, and I'm going to have half a soft egg, And yeah, same thing, vice versa. So when the eggs are cooled and the toast is popped, we'll be back. Okay, so as you can see, our toast is nice and golden, like we want it. And Sam, personally, you can butter it or you don't have to. I like my toast buttered, but don't do as much as that. Just do a small amount. You just spread it on. If your butter's cold, either put it on as soon as the toast comes out and the butter will melt, or warm up your butter, because otherwise it won't spread on nicely. Sam's going to have his with the egg on top, and I'm going to have mine buttered toast. So we're going to split the egg, and then we're going to split this egg too. So I'll just put this egg on this pan. And you should always let the pan cool, or else it will warp the pan if you put it in the water right away. So we'll see you when we're ready to taste. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see here, we have our eggs. We split them in half. That's why they look so weird, because we had to cut them. And we have our hard egg with hard yolk. We have our hard yolk, and then we have our soft yolk egg. And Sam's probably gonna put his eggs on top of the toast, while I eat mine separate.
Should we start with the hard or the soft egg?
The soft egg.
Okay.
You can put salt on it if you'd like.
Yes. Typically, you don't want to put salt on
when you're cooking.
Yeah, because it makes the yolk easier to, I guess, pop, because there's sort of a film around the yolk itself that prevents it from popping, but the salt makes it easier to pop, which you don't really want while you're cooking.
It's good. It's perfect. I'll give it out of 5, a 4.5. It's just because it's cold, because it was out. That's only half-point loss. But it's good. Good. What do you give?
I give this a 4 out of 5, because we probably should have started eating it sooner.
Yeah, that's why I gave it a 4.
It's cold, and even for a soft egg, I think it's a little too runny. Like
yeah, it should have been cooked a little bit more.
Yeah, you want it a little more firm,
because I could still kind of feel like the filmy part around it was like still kind of filmy. Okay, now we'll try our hard yolk egg.
It's like scrambled egg with a coat.
This one's warm, so it tastes better. And I'm gonna still give it a 4 out of 5 because I just like runny eggs better. Hard eggs are not my favorite, but it was good cooked. So I only took the dog to a point because I just don't like hard eggs in general. What about you?
Four out of 5, because I don't really like hard eggs that much, but I'm not gonna let that detract from or subtract from the score. So the reason I give this a 4 out of 5 is because it's a little too burnt. Because right here you can see that it's instead of being kind of a light brown, it's darker, which means that it's more burnt, which makes it crunchier and not taste good. And so I give this a 4 out of 5.
So overall, these eggs were pretty good. What they got 4s. They got basically a 4 out of 5 average. And what would we say about the toast?
I mean, it's toast. It doesn't deserve a rating. It's too perfect.
Okay. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.